Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have The Three Detectives. This is a series, a live-action series from 2023. It's one season. It's got how many episodes so far? 10 episodes, and it's another foreign language series. This time, very much not Central American, South American, Latin American, or even Mexican. This is strangely a German series. At first, I thought maybe it was just like the character was watching something that was in German. Nope. Have to turn on the subtitles for this one if you don't know German. Last time I learned German, 8th grade, maybe? I can follow along to a certain degree, but no. In fact, the translation for this, I'm looking at it, it's called Die Drei, which dry is three, the three, it's just the three. It's not even the three detectives, it's just the three. So, yeah, this features a girl named Kim, played by Purnima Gratz. Purnima Gratz. The type is very small, so I'm having a hard time reading. So, Purnima Gratz. It's this girl right here. She is our main character for the most part. That's who we are introduced to first. She's a bit of a loner. She's a little bit of a nerd, and she is very much into detective stories, very much a Sherlock Holmes and Watson kind of situation, but she's a loner. Her mom is kind of annoyed that she hangs out with mom's friends and discusses Kafka as equals, as why can't I remember her name? As Kim states, she's a little closed off from society for the most part, and she is a little too smart for her own good in many cases. The teachers, even the local police, often just find her getting in the way. As much as she tries to pull away from society and just away from everybody else for the most part, she tends to get mixed up into trouble. She's a little kind of Nancy Drew-ish. It feels, but I have a feeling a little bit more troublesome and not so much 50s and 60s kind of, adventures. Right off the bat, she realizes as mom pushes for her to get some real friends, some friends her own age, she's like, I don't need friends, but I could use some partners to help her in her investigations, just solving little things around school, around her neighborhood, and she sees people. Pretty much nobody bothers with the ad, but she does come across some girls in her school who are caught up in some interesting shenanigans. Or actually, one seeks her out, strangely enough. So I don't want to spoil the whole thing. It's actually kind of a really fun series. You're going to have to do some reading. But so far I've only watched the first episode, and it's fairly self-contained. It builds the kind of the origin, letting you get to know all the characters from around town, as well as our main three, and how they work together or don't work together. And they kind of wrap up somewhat of a mystery from the beginning, although I feel like there might be more to it as it goes on. There might be a whole season arc on at least one of the mysteries that they deal with. And maybe they feed into each other. As I stated, Kim is very much the brains, the drive, the antisocial loner. There's Franzi Winkler, played by Bella Bading. Franzi is kind of tomboyish. She's rough and tumble. She's considered to some of the kids to be a bit of a bad seed, even though she really, I don't think she really is. She comes across that way as a little bit different, maybe antisocial in her own way. And then there's the girl who sought her out and is very, very much into being a part of this. She comes with her own resources. She's surprising in her own way, and she's always late. she's trying to help, but sometimes she's almost underfoot, and Kim is at first not having it, but she might be surprisingly resourceful in a pinch. So yeah, how they work together and how they don't work together will come into play. And the girls are all great actresses. They do really well for the material that they're given. This is not a talk down kiddie type of mystery type thing. It's actually some pretty solid mystery stuff. And I know that there's some people are gonna be like, well, don't you know that this is based on this and this, and there's reference to that. Yeah, you know what? I just finished watching it, and I didn't get to do a whole lot of research on it because I go into these things fresh. Like, I didn't know this thing was in German. Like, once I started watching it, I missed the first few lines. I had to turn on the subtitles just to know what was going on. But there's certain things that translate across cultures, across any language, and that is girls coming in contact with a cute boy, and just Kim, of course, becomes, when faced with a boy that she suspects could be responsible for a certain crime against another student, has a mixture of, at first, a little bit of a crush, a little bit of, but at the same time, she's trying to keep her wits about her and use her smarts to figure out the problem. And she gives people the benefit of the doubt. She doesn't necessarily believe he is a bad guy, not just because he's cute. And so there's a little bit of a struggle there, a realistic struggle, as as teenagers would be, that they would have as compared to, say, adults. Adults have all that femme fatale kind of noirish type of struggles that people go through. This is kids. These are teenagers. Yeah, teenagers. So yeah, I say if you're into reading or German, you might get a kick out of this. This is, I think this is well enough done that you get a kick, even if you have to read through everything. The humor, the adventure of it all could make you a fan of a foreign teenage detective show. Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever think I'd say that before, but yeah. So yeah, I do recommend it. I hesitate just because I don't have really time to. Usually, like I said, I usually watch these things while I'm working on other things. But when there's reading involved, I have to pretty much focus on the show and not get other stuff done. So it's going to be difficult for me to grind through 9 more episodes of this, but it might be worthwhile. I don't know. I'm not going to add it to my favorites watch list, but you might. So check it out. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 55. Oh, went too far. 55. Oh, dang it. We got a reprieve from the documentaries. And, well, we're back to documentary series again. And just 2 days ago, was it already? It's back to more vets stuff. Yeah. But there's so many veterinarian documentary series, docuseries on here, reality shows. You can't avoid them. There's so many, but we're burning through them. We might actually, there are, by the way, twice as many documentaries currently on Disney Plus that I haven't seen yet. Twice as many as there are movies that I haven't seen yet. So, yeah, that gives you an idea. And I burned through all the shark episodes in one episode. That was my 1500th episode back in December. Yeah, I did that for you. I crammed them all into one super long video that I wouldn't expect anybody to ever watch. But this time, we're watching Critter Fixers, Country Vets. Yep. So, this might be one of those things I watch in the background. Because it kind of, Never mind. I'll talk to you tomorrow about it. Critter Fixers, Country Vets, on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll talk to you tomorrow about that. Bye.